What's going on, guys? I'm your host from the East Coast, Jinder Man 94, here to give you guys my WWE SmackDown Live review for October 18th, 2016. Another very solid show from SmackDown, very enjoyable. All the things that happened in this show were just crazy. So let's get right into it, because I'm eager to talk about it. So we had Dean Ambrose kick off SmackDown in the backstage area with James Ellsworth, who was preparing for his match with AJ Styles, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, and he gave him a shirt. The shirt is now available on shop.com, and I kid you not, it's literally there. James Ellsworth has a WWE legit authentic shirt. He went from being a jobber to Braun Strowman to having a WWE Championship match. What the heck? Dean said, everybody has confidence in him that he can do it, and he knows that he will do it. Randy Orton came out to the ring, was talking about Bray Wyatt and everything. He gave him credit for, the mind games he's been playing. He says he thinks his mind is going crazy. He thinks that Bray Wyatt's darkness runs deeper than anyone had ever thought. And fighting him is like quicksand. No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you fight, you still wind up getting sucked into the darkness that is Bray Wyatt. And he gives him credit for it. He says he thinks his mind is going insane. He's losing control of himself. And that might be bad for Bray Wyatt because he's going to keep coming after him. That could be bad. Who knows? We'll see. But Bray Wyatt popped up on, his normal cutscene in the backstage area, and he was surrounded by people in black sheep masks, and he was inside of a casket. And I'm like, okay, so they're going to set up a casket match between these guys. And he says he's going to come after Randy and take him on the journey, and that he's having fun. And he asked Randy, is he not having fun? And he's pretty much just enjoying what he's doing to Randy Orton's head. He's enjoying playing the mind game, so that's good. He was just laughing and just hinting at the casket match by the apparent him just laying there, dropping that promo. And then he sends Luke Harper out there to face Randy Orton. So 1 minute into the match, Bray Wyatt comes out, and he's being carried to the ring in the casket. And like I said, I think they're going to have this casket match because they just were putting over the casket for this whole match. The whole match, he was trying to get Harper to throw Randy into the casket so he could close it and pretty much, just end him or whatever. And he eventually got tired, and they both just jumped Orton in the ring. And as they were going to put him into the casket, he opened it back up, and Kane was there. I'm just like, oh, snap. I haven't seen an angle like that in a while. And I'm just like, because Kane disappeared last week during their tag team match. So for him to come back and get his comeuppance off of them was just great, because he just disappeared, and they never really said what happened to him. So he re-showed back up in the casket, and then him and Orton took them out, and pretty much they did the whole little cut that they do, and when the lights came back on, Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt were nowhere to be found. They were gone. So that was pretty cool, to be honest. I liked what they did here, and I like the build towards this next match that they're going to have. We had AJ Styles backstage talking about James Ellsworth. He was pretty much just burying him, calling him talentless. He called him a skinny fat turd. Says he knows Dean is going to try to help him win. And if he does, it'll be like David Archuleta in WCW all over again. And it'll be bad because he swears if Dean helps this man win the championship from AJ, he's going to find him no matter where Dean Ambrose is. And he's going to tear him apart piece by piece. He pretty much was just like embarrassed. You could tell he was embarrassed that he lost last week. And the fact that he has to face James Ellsworth again, and this time for the title. Just like the fact that he has to waste his time. But Dean Ambrose said he was going to make his life a living hell, and that's what he's doing. So this was good. We had a match, Alexa Bliss versus Naomi. Very solid match between two great women wrestlers in that division. Naomi's athleticism shouldn't go unnoticed. She's one of the most athletic women in the whole WWE, Raw and SmackDown, and NXT. Alexa Bliss starting to come into her own on the main roster. She's looking more and more comfortable every week, more than she looked, when she first got to the main roster. She looked a little overwhelmed at first, but, now she's starting to come into her own. And she was able to pick up the victory over Naomi to build for her match against Becky Lynch in a few weeks. I guess it's gonna happen on SmackDown Live. I don't know. They said it was gonna happen on the live show, then they said SmackDown Live. I don't know what they're doing. We thought we were gonna have the first match from Curt Hawkins. He was gonna have a match with Apollo Crews. He came out, and his entrance is weird. Like, it's like him doing a voiceover as he's walking to the ring, talking about what's about to happen. It was weird. He said he didn't wrestle last week because he didn't feel like it or something. They didn't deserve to see him wrestle and all this other stuff. And then he said Apollo Crews is going to face the facts, and pretty much just started talking shit. Apollo popped him in the mouth one time, and then he was like, "You ruined my big debut. I'm leaving." And he still hasn't had his match. It's kind of like the Eva Marie thing they were doing. So no match from Curt Hawkins yet. Match didn't even happen. Then we had this promo between Carmella and Nikki Bella, which was just fire. Carmella came out and said she was going to expose Nikki Bella. She doesn't know why people cheer for her, and she's out there to spill the tea. Now, immediately, Nikki Bella comes out and wants to know exactly what Carmella has to say against her. She says, "Once again, you steal the spotlight from me, and the only reason you're able to do what you want to do is because you're dating John Cena." I'm like, oh my god, this is the first time they referenced their relationship on SmackDown that wasn't a Total Divas or Total Bellas plug. I was like, oh my god, she actually went there. And Nikki Bella was like, "You're just like every other hater that I had to deal with." She doesn't talk about her relationship on SmackDown because it's about the competition, it's about the wrestling, it's about her becoming the women's champion. She doesn't need John Cena to be a great women's wrestler. She doesn't need John Cena to help her win championships, and she doesn't need her to win matches for her. She can handle it on her own. She says she wears the pants in the relationship. I'm just like, damn, Cena, you just got married. She says she wears the pants in the relationship, and she does exactly what she needs to do, and she's not a dependent female. She just, is about her business. And then, Carmella was just like, she called her a gold digger, and she wrote a video package of Total Divas and Total Bellas about her annoying John Cena, about buying stuff, and, just these outrageous purchases and all this other good stuff. And then Nikki Bella was like, "Wow, Carmella, you can edit. You can paint a picture of me that's not true." She was like, when everybody in the back said she wasn't good enough, she trained even harder and got better and perfected her craft. When her world shattered and they told her she wouldn't be able to wrestle again, she worked even harder to come back, and now she's back wrestling again when they told her it was not going to happen. Everything that everybody has thrown at her, she's been able to combat it and turn it back against them into a positive for her. She's been able to do whatever she needed to do to be as great as she is now. She was able to take all the negatives people threw at her, saying she's not good enough, saying she won't be able to come back from her injuries, and prove all the doubters wrong and do exactly what they said she couldn't do. And then Carmella was like, "You used your looks to get your foot in the door, you used your sister to get inside the ring, and you used John Cena to become a celebrity," and dropped the ring and dropped the mic and walked away. I'm just like, damn, when did Carmella's promos get this good? I love this segment. This was great. This was a great segment. I absolutely loved it. Carmella is getting over. I swear she is. And dude, I didn't think she had it in her. Okay, to be honest, I didn't think she had it in her. I thought they brought her up too early. But man, she's just been on a roll lately. She broke the fourth wall. She brought up John Cena. She used John Cena against Nikki Bella, and Nikki Bella fought back. Let's not just say, Carmella got one up on her, but she definitely fought back in this. But dang, this was just, you felt the passion in this promo. Like, you felt the passion Nikki Bella was talking about, how nobody in the back believed in her. It kind of felt like a shoot, to be honest. I'm sure it probably wasn't, but it felt real. It felt like, oh, of course you're going to bring up John Cena. Of course you're going to think that I'm using him to get to the top. Carmella pretty much said she slept her way to the top. That's what Carmella said in this. Okay, that was great. I loved every minute of it, everything that was said, the delivery, The passion, it was great. Man, see, this is what I'm talking about. This has nothing to do with the women's championship, and yet these women feel important. This is the positives of SmackDown. Why can't this happen on Raw? Man, the storytelling is just great. We had James Ellsworth with an interview with Renee Young. Said he's nervous and these unthinkable things are happening. He had a match on SmackDown Live last week. He has a World Championship match this week. Says he knows he doesn't deserve it, but his life is going to change forever. He can tell his children in the future that he competed on SmackDown Live for the title. There was real passion in this promo, and he almost broke down and cried. Like, you could hear his voice cracking, and just the look on his face, it really meant a lot to him. That even though he knew he wasn't gonna win, that he was even in this position to do these things, to have this match with AJ Styles, to be on SmackDown Live, to be important. He was just a jobber, an extra in the backstage that used to be one of the rosebuds for Adam Rose. This man didn't expect to be in the WWE and actually feel important, have the crowd cheering for him. He didn't expect that at all. And that's exactly what's happening. He's getting these matches, and he has a pinfall victory over the WWE World Champion AJ Styles. You can't take that away, no matter if Dean helped him or not. He still has a victory. He has more victories over AJ Styles than John Cena does. That's crazy, right? That is crazy. We had the 6-man tag team match: Dolph Ziggler, Rhyno, and Heath Slater versus the Spirit Squad and The Miz. It was a solid match. Rhyno and Slater helping out Dolph because he was attacked last week by the Spirit Squad and The Miz. Just pretty much progressing the Miz and the Dolph Ziggler's feud, which is probably going to culminate at the next pay-per-view that SmackDown's going to have. Or, I think, is Survivor Series after Hell in a Cell? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the pay-per-views are falling. I got to look at it. But the Heath Slater hot tag in this match was crazy. The crowd was chanting, the whole match, "We want Slater." And when he got the hot tag, the crowd erupted. I'm just like, Heath Slater, another guy who got himself over on SmackDown. The crowd loves him. He's not going to be a tag team champion for a very long time, but just the fact that he was able to rebrand himself, get over, use his kids as a stepping stone for him to get over, and him and Rhyno are just a good team. Rhyno getting the WCW chance, and I mean not the ECW chance, and just doing great things. Rhyno hit a nasty, I almost called it a spear. It is a spear, but a gore onto Mikey. He folded that man in half. It was disgusting. I didn't see him after that happened. And the Spirit Squad actually won this match. The Spirit Squad and The Miz. Heath Slater was punched by The Miz while the ref was distracted. And Kenny Dykstra rolled him up for the victory. But I didn't see Mikey. When they were celebrating the win, I didn't see him. I think he died. I think Rhyno killed him. And Rhyno ain't no small dude. So if he gores you, you're going to feel that. Every little bit of it. And, yeah, so I don't know if he's okay, but he died. Natalya was backstage in Daniel Bryan's office petitioning for her to be a part of the 5-on-5 Women's Survivor Series match against Raw. And I guess she was quoting Whitney Houston throughout the whole process, but she didn't seem heel here. And it was very strange because she's heel. But she just seemed like a woman who just wanted to be given a chance to lead the women. She was trying to be the veteran. She seemed like she actually cared about the women instead of, being her heel persona that she's been doing. She was showing Daniel Bryan her cat and the Instagram page that he has and all the crazy things that he does. And I'm just like, what are we doing here with Natalya? What are we doing? Is she face? Is she heel? Can we just pick something and just leave her that way? I don't know. It was strange. It was very, very strange. Daniel Bryan looked very confused. We had Baron Corbin versus Jack Swagger. Corbin beat him in like 2 minutes. I thought it was going to be more competitive than that, but he manhandled him. He manhandled him and hit the end of days in like 2 minutes. And, they do the little vignette sometimes before the matches. Baron Corbin said he was going to do that. He was just going to destroy him, and he did. I'm just like, okay, maybe we're building up Baron Corbin here. Obviously Jack Swagger is just not gonna get out of that jobber zone. But yeah, Baron Corbin, he's a dog. Dean Ambrose ran into Daniel Bryan's office, being prepared to be the special guest referee once again. Daniel Bryan was like, I was trying to get somebody to get to you, but I can't let you do that. It's a championship match, very important. I can't let you be a special guest referee. But you can be either a timekeeper, ring announcer, or a commentator. And Dean was like, okay, I'll do that, and walked away. Daniel Bryan was like, wait, which one are you doing? And he didn't get an answer. So Dean Ambrose came out, and I guess he was doing all three jobs pretty much. He went over to the ring bell timekeeper area. And then, when AJ and James Ellsworth came out, he, did the ring announcing for that, announced the match, buried AJ, of course, the man who's temporarily the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and, he pretty much put James Ellsworth over. He was just hilarious. This was still, you could just tell AJ was just so aggravated at Dean for this whole thing. He was just like, dude, can you just get this over with so I can beat this guy up? He was just it was just funny. He rang the bell 30 times. When the bell rung, he just kept ding, 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 ding. I love Dean Ambrose, man. He is funny. He is hilarious. AJ turned around like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? He grabbed the mic during the match and was just putting over stuff like this match is sponsored by Verizon. Can you hear me now? He was plugging the program for the show. Oh my God, Dean was gold in this. He was gold. He was like, time out for the match. We got to take a commercial break. He was hilarious. And the other commentary, Mauro Ranallo, JBL, and David Otunga was incredible. They were incredible. I swear. They were putting over James Ellsworth and burying him at the same time. When SmackDown started, Mauro was like, the Cinderella story, and I immediately lost it. I'm like, the Cinderella story? Are you serious? The puns were flowing rapidly. Oh my goodness. This match was pure comedy. The chin jokes, Dean putting over James Ellsworth's shirt during the match. But AJ was killing this man. He was definitely killing him. At one point they were throwing him in and out the ring. Like AJ would throw him out the ring, Dean would throw him back in. AJ would throw him out, Dean would throw him back in. They went back 10 times doing that. It was just hilarious. And then AJ got distracted, and James Ellsworth was able to muster up enough energy for what David Otunga coined the no chin music. Not a sweet chin music, a no chin music. And pretty much 9 times out of 10, that's going to be the thumbnail for this video. So if you guys can just look at that, it was a perfectly executed super kick. And they coined it not the sweet chin music like Shawn Michaels, the no chin music. Oh my God. I lost it. I was literally crying tears of laughter at this match. Oh my. And then the crowd popped. They popped when he hit the super kick, the no chin music. The crowd popped for it. Oh my God. Dean hopped up like, oh my God, pin him. You're about to win. Oh my God. It was just incredible. That sequence of events, this whole match was just crazy. Commentary went crazy. The crowd went crazy like Heath Slater's hot tag. Dean hopped up from the timekeeper's area and ran towards the ring because he thought it was over. I popped. I'm sure everybody else popped. Oh, man, it was great. It was great. Oh, my God, James Ellsworth is over. This man is over. But AJ kicked out and then eventually got disqualified because Dean was just saying he hit like a soccer mom. And then he got a little bit too overly aggressive. And the ref disqualified him, meaning James Ellsworth won the match by disqualification, meaning James Ellsworth is up 2-0 on AJ Styles. He's up 2-0. He won the match by disqualification. He didn't pin him this time, but he won the match. That's 2 victories over AJ Styles. Dean Ambrose is still making AJ Styles' life a living hell, like he said he would. And this is bringing legitimacy to Dean's character. Don't mess with me. Don't try to become my enemy, because I will do whatever it takes to make sure that you suffer. And AJ's suffering right now. He's lost 2 matches straight to a certified jobber. Mr. No Chin Music, the Cinderella story himself, the boy chinless wonder. It was so funny, even during the match, AJ put him in a rear naked choke, and he slipped out because he ain't got no chin. Come on, man. This was great. This was greatness. Oh my God, I love SmackDown Live. I swear I do. Oh, this was a great show. This was a great show. Even with Goldberg, Raw was not better than this. I'm sorry, it wasn't. Raw was not better than SmackDown this week. And the ratings are going to show that it was, but SmackDown was just way more enjoyable for me. Oh, I can't wait to see what happens next week. But I haven't been this excited for SmackDown in years. But I'm telling you, this is great. I love what they're doing. So, what did you guys think, man? I got to hear your guys' opinions on the boy chinless wonder, the Cinderella story, the no chin music. What do you guys think of that? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. I definitely appreciate it. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I'll talk to you guys later on. Peace.